Start her up.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry for the late start, but welcome to GFW Trains.
We talk about everything, but mostly trains.
Well, we're coming right at you live from the GFW Trains studio on the Fast Friday.
Fast Friday, yes, sir. And man, so it's crazy.
It is. So thanks everybody for sticking around. We've got some huge technical difficulties here. We were all set to go on, and you can probably see right here on my lap, I always have my laptop. And right before we were supposed to go on, I went to go scooch something. Laptop slid off of my lap and onto the ground. Then we tried to plug it back in. Didn't work. And so right now we are all cattywampus here. We got cords all over the place, but we wanted to get on. So everybody, we're glad to be here. Welcome to GFW Trains.
I'm George,
otherwise known as
GFW Trains.
And I am Wally, or Waldozer Productions, otherwise known as the guy who takes.
You can't say that anymore.
The guy who takes.
You can't say it anymore.
The guy who takes.
You can't say it anymore.
The guy who takes.
I got my license. You can't say that anymore.
The guy who takes
No.
GFW Trains places.
No. I don't agree with that anymore.
So yes, for those of you who are wondering, George had his birthday last week, and George got his driver's license.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Mr. Pick David. $5 towards future technical difficulties.
LOL. Yes.
So George is going to sing on that one. We know what we're going to sing. We're going to sing Happy Birthday to GET44AC.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear GTEDT44AC. Happy birthday to you. Yes, happy. So, and happy belated birthday to you. And right around the corner is the Santa Fe Queen's birthday. Her birthday is on the 25th.
Yes. Coming up next couple of days.
Right on. So, hey, if we're a little cattywampus, we're a little off here, it's because we've got these technical difficulties. So please hang with us. George, what we're going to have to do, we're really working on the fly here. George, you got to look at the camera here. I'm going to be looking at, usually we have a feed that's up by the camera, but I've got my feed right down here. So I'll be more like Ed McMahon today, and you're going to have to carry the broadcast. What do you think about that, birthday boy?
Okay, yeah.
So, George, let's welcome everybody through the door. Thanks for hanging with us, everybody. We have got, we lost some people there at the very beginning, but we got Mr. Pick David. I know we got GEET44AC in the house. We got ours Trains in the house. We got North Country Trains in the house. Ours Train says, yeah, GFW, I could have you guys on with your canoe.
So they were talking about having a new Ours Trains channel except for Ours Boats. And he goes, I don't film enough boats to make a channel. And then I go, how many boats do you see in upstate New York? He said only small ones. I said, no, this Ours Boats. We talk about nothing but rowboats.
Yeah, that's good. So now I get the joke. So we got Robert Edwards in the house. We'll be on the water tomorrow going kayaking. Nice. For those of you who don't know, I've got my secret identity, which is actually a canoer. I love marathon canoe racing, and so that's one of the things that I like to do. All right. GFW Trains still having technical difficulties. Again, North Country's Trains in the house. Train Storm, PR Marquette Productions here. Says, yo, this is legit the best Fast Friday ever. Look at all the action on the screen. You mocking me? You mocking me, boy? Again, sorry about the technical difficulties, and thank you everybody for hanging with us on this. So yeah. See here. Same people here. Fell down with the computer. Yep, we'll blame Heath. That's for sure.
It's all Heath's fault.
Blame Bob. So George, what do we run? Oh, Slow Friday. Nope, not so sure. Not so sure.
Slow.
All right, so I'm way behind here. Sean's trains in the house. Good to see you, Sean. Slag Cat, Chesapeake and Ohio Railroads in the house. Devon, I missed Devon McKenzie. I'm sorry, buddy. But yeah, good to see you here. Got all the usuals here. There he is, CSXGE T44AC. Happy birthday, big guy. Scotsman Productions in the house. Welcome to everybody. We got Deckman here. Thanks for sticking around. We got Brendan's Trains in the house. LJL Rail Yards here. Mama's here. I think that she's just catching on. Isaiah Hawkins in the house. There's Devon McKenzie. How we doing? How we doing? Robert Zimmerman is in the house. Thanks for coming by. We got Deckman here. Conrail 8098's in the house. Let's see, Rail Brothers Productions here. Eating a virtual dead squirrel, huh?
Sorry, vulture eating a dead.
No, I saw a vulture eating a dead squirrel. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. The funny things that we get on here. Brendan's Trains. What trains are running? We'll get right to that in just a second here. Go via Go Home in the house. Thanks for coming by. I'm wearing my Canadian National shirt today because it is Fast Friday, and it's as close to a racing train shirt that I got.
I got my GFW Trains hoodie.
There we go. And where can we get GFW Trains hoodies, George?
In the merchandise shop in the description below.
Very nice. Very nice. So we have got CSX GE ET44AC is 25. Congratulations. Train Finder Craig is in the house. Scotsman Production, I think we got you already, but if not, welcome. Ian's Trains in the house.
Hello, hello.
Gloria Placentia is here.
Hola.
Let's see, and says, do we have the CN on to celebrate the CSX or the Kansas City Southern win?
No, I don't like that.
What's it? What? All right, we'll get to that in a second. Burnsy's in the house. Good to see you, Burnsy. We got RJ in the house. Hey, congratulations on the new job there, buddy. And yeah, Conrail 8098 says his birthday is on Tuesday, June 1st. We got lots of birthdays around here. So, George, Kansas City Southern and Canadian National coming together, huh?
I think so. This is the first I've heard about it on the stream. I just don't like it because, well, I mean, first I've heard about it being official.
Okay.
Or I think if it's official, yeah, this is the first time. But yeah, I don't like it. I think that KCS should be its own thing.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it is for the Canadian National. Then will go all the way from Canada through the United States into Mexico. And I know that was a big deal for them, huh?
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. And I honestly just don't like. I mean, it's like one of the last. I don't want the United States
consolidation of all the Class 1 railroads.
Yeah, like being like 3 big railroads. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's come to that point where there are so few Class 1 railroads that are still around, you know? Because, I mean, I feel like the KCS is going to be something that, like, or future generations look at as like the Burlington Northern or, like, the Santa Fe, if that makes sense. They'll look at it as that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, George, what are we running tonight?
Well, I put on the Vision Light Big Boy with my Challenger set, which is my set of 18-inch passenger cars, the Union Pacific 18-inch passenger car. My dad wanted to run something, or run an engine that he's had for a while, but he never really ran it because there's a piece missing, and it made it look really goofy on the top. So, we had a friend of ours. He had actually 3D printed the piece to go back on top of the engine.
It looks really sharp now.
He did a really good job on it. Yeah, he added magnets. I thought it was just going to be like a plastic or a 3D printed, like, you know, thin sheet that went on top. But no, he did a really nice job on that. And yeah, he's got his Milwaukee Road passenger cars being pulled behind it, which I think is a really sharp train. It's actually fun fact, it's the only brass locomotive in our collection. So that is a cool plus.
So we got a lot of big things coming through on the feed here. So Go Via or Go Home says that it really should have gone to the CP, but the CN closed on the deal at $33 million today.
Damn, that is a lot of money.
I was thinking that was cheap.
$33 million. That's
more money than we got.
Yeah.
Probably like what, maybe a couple $100,000. We could have bought that one.
Yeah, he's live in a trailer for the rest of our life.
Yep. Welcome to Grandma's in the house. Thanks for coming. Rail Brothers Production says, think about it. If the Canadian National buys the Kansas City Southern, then the Canadian National goes bankrupt, and the Canadian Pacific purchases the Canadian National, then the Canadian Pacific will be the ruler of all.
Yes. But I don't like it. I don't like anything that involves merging.
Yeah, I like having all of the different things. And then the other thing was, and I don't know what I haven't heard anything about this, but it says official MTH is still going to produce trains.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that, George.
I haven't seen like the CP thing. I haven't seen too much about it, but I know that they have announced that they are going to still produce trains at like a much smaller scale than they used to, and I think so that they're going to do a lot more of the steam engine stuff, from my understanding, and so the smaller stuff that they still have the tooling for.
Right. Hey, how's everybody able to hear us? We've got these mics on, but they're now hooked up because the epic fail that we had. We're going old school off the microphone and the computer. So I realize that that it might be a little bit less of the quality on the microphones right now, but is everybody at least able to hear us?
Yes.
I can hear you.
I can hear you, yeah.
All right, that's good.
Yes.
So where did that information about MTH come out, George?
Oh gosh, I think I read about it on Instagram. Somebody posted about it, I think maybe a couple days ago. So, and I was like, I wasn't really too surprised because I mean it's exactly what I had heard previously from other sources, aka my friends, telling me that they're going to produce trains at a much smaller scale. So I mean it was kind of something that I expected. But what in the world? But yeah.
Little Joe's train just came off, so that confused George there.
Yes.
You know, are they going to continue to produce it under the brand name MTH, George?
That I don't know. I don't know that much. I haven't really looked into it too much, but yeah, I'm assuming so. It's just not as big as they used to be, if that makes sense.
Right.
But yeah. I think it's really cool. And I hope to see. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think we'll be seeing anything new involving like tooling per se. I think it'll just be the same old stuff that they've had for the past 25 years.
But they got a lot of stuff.
They've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
yes.
Deep library to pull from.
But I think that it won't be you won't see anything crazy new, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So Train Finder Craig says it's on the MTH website.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. That's really good to hear. So on the steam engine front here, take a drink, George Young.
Anyways.
611. Stoker's fixed on its way to Strasbourg.
Oh yeah. So I saw a crazy photo of 611, right? So the stoker on the engine, right? You know how it goes from the tender to the firebox, and
yep.
Rolls coal up to the firebox. I don't know how this happened, but I saw a picture and it was like bent up towards the cab of the engine. It was crazy. It looked like somebody took it like a paper clip and just like bent it up. I don't know how that happened either. Guys are gonna have to elaborate. But I saw that picture and I was like, whoa! I assumed that it was a past picture from like a couple of years ago, but I guess not.
Right. So hey, welcome to people just rolling through the door. Do me a huge favor for everybody that's here. Please smash that like button. It really helps us out, doesn't it, George? Yawning again. It's about the 15th yawn. Take a drink, everybody.
It wasn't a yawn.
It was a mouth shut yawn.
It wasn't a yawn.
All right. So, big things happening in George's life. Just got the driver's license, huh, George?
Yes, I did. And I spent my friend and I pick my I go to my friend at school. I go, yeah. He goes, does my sister need to take you home? I got it. Yeah, I got this. He goes, you want to go fishing with us during lunch today at school? And I said, yeah, sure, why not? And he goes, oh, I'll have my sister I'll have my sister drop me off at your house. And I was like, nope, I got this. Yes. So we went from school to his house, or to my house. We got all my fishing stuff and like some snacks and stuff like that because we were going with a group of friends. We put my fishing stuff in the car. We go to his house. His sister is locked out of his house.
Oh my gosh.
So she's freaking out. Ryan goes, yeah, I think it would be a good time to leave. So he grabs his fishing stuff and he goes, yeah, the spot we're going to is really sunny, so we're going to have to go get some water somewhere. I said, oh, yeah. So we went back to my house to get water, hats, other stuff that we forgot. And then we went to this pond. We fished, caught some pretty good, I'd consider it successful for, like my first fishing trip in like 2 years. And, yeah, and so then from there, we went, we just kind of, we left there. We went to pick up my mom from work. I mowed the lawn, and now we're here. That is the second half of my day. The first half was school.
Yeah, and then somewhere in there, we broke my computer.
Yes.
Or at least the GFW Trains Worldwide Studio we broke.
We broke. It's broken.
Computer's all right. GFW Trains Worldwide Studios on the fritz. We're running backups right now. Backup camera, backup wires.
Third string camera, the third string wires. Oh, man. I don't even, some of the stuff I didn't even know existed.
Hopefully, hopefully everyone can hear us all right. We 5x5 on the sound here, guys. So, hey, George, got a couple of questions. What's your favorite geared locomotive, Jan?
Geared locomotive.
Geared.
Don't they all have gears? I mean, I don't know.
Like
the only one I know of is a Shay, so I'm gonna say the Shay.
Yeah, I think that would be mine too. Next question by LJL is, what do you think of the nationalization of UK's railways in 1948? That's George's I don't know face right there. In case
all I know is that U.S. trains are faster than the British.
Ooh, them's fight words right there.
That's not fighting words. Those are facts.
No, it isn't, George.
Yes, it is.
Well, I happen to look at the history books that talks about the fastest steam train, and it's not an American steam train in the history books as the fastest steam train ever built, George.
Yeah, but that's something that the U.S., the United States, didn't. They wanted to keep that kind of private. From what I hear from after doing my research, and also the speed
research, huh?
Yeah,
Mallard.
It's going downhill, and it broke right after. You ever hear of the Hiawatha?
Oh, I like the Hiawatha.
Hiawatha went in the triple digits regularly for like hundreds of miles. That's just all I gotta say. I bet you if you were to take an engine from that time and put it in the same scenarios as the Mallard, it would crush that speed record.
You think so?
I know so.
Which Hiawatha?
I don't know. I'm saying the Atlantic.
The Atlantic was the fast one.
The Hudson, I do love the Hudson, but if you put in a Hiawatha Atlantic in that same scenario, it would kill that Mallard, man.
Nice. Well, welcome, Grandma. Welcome, or my mom, Anita, and welcome, OG George is in the house. If you're just joining us, please smash that like button. We really appreciate the support on that. Helps us with the algorithm later. And as long as you're supporting us, please support each other too. We've got a really, really cool YouTube community here with lots of neat stuff going on. Lots of awesome creators here, so take a look who's on here and check out their channels. Got some really neat stuff going on. In fact, speaking of neat stuff, there is going to be a live stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. And I can't remember if that's Eastern or Western at our man JD Stuck's channel.
Oh,
the Detroit Three Railers are going to be live streaming.
Wouldn't that be Central? It's in Michigan. Isn't like the Central time like all in? Anyways, never mind. I'm getting the. All right. Anyways,
it would not to answer that question.
Okay. Continue. Carry on.
So it's but I'm not sure if somebody who knows better than me, if you could repost it at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks. So yeah, Michigan's Eastern time, just for the record, George.
Why would it be Eastern time? It's like really close to.
No, Central time is like right where the Indiana in the Illinois border. It's kind of over in that area.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought it was.
So
like
we're on the
Ohio.
east.
Yeah,
we're on the
okay.
east side of Central Time Zone. That's why right now it's staying real bright, real late. It's like 9 o'clock and still light outside.
I didn't realize that. But yeah.
Yeah. So Brendan's train saying that he thinks an F1, the F7 Hiawatha Hudson went 132 miles per hour, but didn't get recorded. Mallard's got the speed record. Probably will always have the speed record.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
They can say that, man.
RJ saying they can build the T1 to run at 120 miles per hour. There's no way they run a train that fast. Amtrak does not allow steam under the catenary.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they will find a way, man. I have a feeling, a strong feeling. Well, maybe in like 2300, the year 2300, they will have the T1 finished, and it will break the speed record.
Right. So, out in says you have a point. Perhaps they could get it to 110 on the Hudson line near Hudson, New York. And Amtrak out here in our way, they've got some really fast sections of track that they could probably get a train running real fast on it.
What
too.
is the speed record? Like the steam, like the speed that was recorded.
Like even a diesel or a,
no. For the
I don't know
engine.
what the Mallard was, but yeah, for sure. George, what's your favorite UK steam engine? Mine's a Mallard. Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Oh yeah,
I like that one better than the Mallard because we saw that one. So for those of you who don't know, the Dwight D. Eisenhower is an A4 class locomotive, the same kind as the Mallard, and they have that along with a GG1, and they have that along with a big boy out at the National Railway Museum in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
I think it's either the only one in the it's the only one in the United States, and I think it might be the only one in North America. If I'm correct. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So Henry Rollis Production wants to know what engines we're racing today. We're going to do some racing today, I think. It is Fast Friday. Today is the actual Fast Friday. For those of you who don't know, the name of our show is called Fast Friday. It is called Fast Friday. But today, at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is where they coined the phrase Fast Friday. And what Fast Friday is, it's the Friday before they do the qualifications. And nowadays, they trim the cars out, and they give them extra boost, and they run their fastest speeds of the week, and they call it Fast Friday. So we got our name Fast Friday from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway's Fast Friday. And qualifying's this weekend, or the pole days this weekend, and Fast Friday is today. So today is the actual Fast Friday. So we'll at least have to run one race. We've got a pair of 2018s we'll be running today.
Okay. Just one, though. I don't want to break anything.
George is very reluctant. The last couple times we did some train races, we broke things. And if you haven't seen it, we've also completed second level of the layout back over here.
Yeah, the woodwork is all good. All we need now is the bridge boss stuff and the lay track, and then it'll be runnable.
Yes, sir. I can't wait to do that.
Yes, it will be definitely fun. I think that the second half of the top level of the layout will add a I guess an experience to the layout that makes it unique. You know what I'm saying?
An experience to the layout to make it unique.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you know, 2 loops on the layout is cool, but it's, you know, it's generic. Where if you have the top level that has the dog bone, it will make operations on the layout amazing.
Right. So, Clara Decker, how you doing?
Hello.
So, George, what do you think of the Electroliners?
Electroliners. Well, I don't know. I think they're really cool. Especially, my grandpa got one actually. Recently. They, but I mean, I'm not really into the interurban stuff. I like them. I appreciate them, and I think that actually the sounds in the MTH Electroliners are amazing. But it's never really something that's sparked my interest. I know that there is one at the Illinois Rally Museum, which is really cool. But yeah.
Yeah, and we've got an empty. Well, we don't have an MTH one. My dad's got an MTH one. We got that for him as a gift.
And it's funny too. So he when he was younger, he used to ride the interurbans in Chicago, or the trolleys. I don't know what you call it, but he used to ride those all the time when he was younger. I mean, anywhere he went, to baseball games, stuff like that. And so when we gave him the Electroliner, when he had gotten the Electroliner, he brought it over. He's like, George, teach me how to work the sounds. So we were working the sounds, and he knew every single station call on that sound board before it even came out.
Oh, that's great.
It was pretty cool. Yes.
That sounds typical grandpa right there. That's good stuff.
And I think that trolley or the Electroliner was a perfect fit for grandpa. I think when he brings it over, it's really cool hearing the sound. I think that's his favorite part. But
right.
His favorite part too is he'll stop it, do the sound, and then start it up again. Do all the all the bells and whistles on that. But yeah, that is a really cool thing.
So George Ian's Trains is asking, how many independent loops do we have on our layout right now?
So right now we have 2, and I think the layout, once it's finished, will be set up to have 3 loops. And it's big enough where we can run 2 trains on each loop, depending on the size. So if we have 2 passenger trains about the size of the passenger train in the Little Joe, we'll be able to have 2 trains on each loop. I mean, of course, you'll need multiple people to run it. And so hopefully we'll be able to run 6 trains on the whole layout at once. But when it gets down to running the full layout, we're only able to run 1 since it's a dog bone. And yeah. And actually, fun fact, I've been able to run 6 trains on these bottom loops right here.
Oh, nice.
I know.
Nice.
It didn't end too well, but I got it to go work for a couple minutes.
Well, all just by you running them? All at the same time? All by yourself? Nice, George.
I had 2 remotes. It was really stressful.
So, all right, let's talk about the railroad here, George. What's the name of this railroad for the people that are new around here?
So the name of the railroad is the Yes Railroad, and that is short for the Yorkville and Eastern Shore Railroad. And the concept of the railroad is behind the camera, you're going to start in the town of Yorkville, Illinois, where I'm from, and where we live. And from there, you're going to head, you're going to go into Chicago, which is, so if you go the way the big boy is going, I guess that what would that would be south, right? North or yeah, that would be going south. East. Yes, east. My bad. Then you go towards Chicago. And then from Chicago, we'll have the Union Station towards kind of off the side of Chicago. From Union Station, you'll head out to New York, which is in the corner behind us, which you guys all know about. Then you'll head out to Jersey Shore, and I think, I'm not sure, 100% sure that he'll know the answer to this. But then right where the TV is right here will be Washington, D.C., and then you go back to York. So that's why it's called the Yorkville and Eastern Shore.
Goes from Yorkville back all the way around New York. You can see New York coming. My mom's been painting this. And then the eastern shores of New Jersey over here. And it's all starting to come together really nice. So we've been working on it for about a year. It started to come together really good during COVID. And the most recent project has been building the second level on here.
I think it's been more than a year since we started the layout.
Thank you, Mr. Correction.
I'm just saying,
yes, it has been.
Because I was looking at some memories of mine, and it's like I was looking at it, and remember that time that Sammy and I built the layout on just the plywood that we had up here? That was like going into 7th grade. Just crazy to think about.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we have been slowly working on this over the years.
Not bad. I'm just saying it's crazy to think that it's been that long. If you know what I mean. Felt a lot faster. Yeah.
But anyway, we got the bottom part done. The electronics are going. What do you operate here with your train layout, George?
So on the train layout, well, actually, I mean, it's kind of surprising to a lot of people. Not really MTH people, although it's something that we'd like to get into. It's all run through an MTH TIU, which is kind of the heart of the layout. From there, it spreads off into TMCC, the Lionel Legacy, the MTH Wi-Fi interface unit, the Lionel Wi-Fi interface, or I don't know, it's got a different name, but the Lionel version of the Wi-Fi, and then but that's so we are able to run the cool part about our layout is you're able to run practically any train on the layout, which is, in my opinion, probably one of the cool parts of our layout. You can run a conventional engine on one track and then a TMCC or legacy engine on the other, which I think brings a lot of it brings the operation factor on the layout a lot. It's cool.
It adds value.
Yeah, it adds value. And so from there, we have the layout powered by 2 line-out post-war ZWs, which are behind me. And then we have those going into the TIU. And yeah, that's what the layout is basically run with. We have on our track, a lot of people asked about this a lot, and I'm surprised. People ask if we are using Atlas track, and we're actually using O-scale 3-rail, Gargraves, and Ross track, which the cool part about these companies is they create realistic 3-rail O-scale track with the black center rail, which kind of hides it from the camera a little bit. And the really cool part about it with Atlas, all the ties are plastic, where with the Gargraves and Ross stuff, all the ties are wood. So the ties on the switches are wood, the ties on the track is wood, the ties on the curves are wood. So it makes it, I guess, it adds to the realism of the track, which I think is really cool.
Cool. So yeah, there's some new people coming in. We got Shocks Trains in the house. We got Landon the Train in the house. Welcome everybody. Good to see you. Please, if you're just rolling through the door, smash that like button. And like I said before, I was gonna give a bunch of little mini speeches this time. I think please let's support each other. We've got a really neat corner of the hobby here, and a really neat corner of YouTube with our community in with the YouTube creators in the model railroading hobby. So support each other, see the people that are on here, check out their channels, and it's really important that we keep this conversation going, be it on the GFW Trains Discord channel, that you can find a link below on, and continue the conversation there. There are a lot of other good channels that are out there. We've got some neat live streams that go on every week. So please, everybody, support the community. And I realize this, it ebbs and it flows. Sometimes you have more time, sometimes you have less time. And George and I seem to have been really jammed up with the amount of time that we can spend doing this lately. So if you're not around here all the time, I get that. But man, I tell you, it's really fun to see everybody around and commiserate and catch up and everything like that, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the cool parts about this whole YouTube thing is we've been able to connect with a lot of train people, which is very rare to do through this, and it's cool. It's become I feel like it's went from more of like a introverted hobby to something.
Oh, I love the way you put that.
It's gone from an introverted hobby to something that a lot of people are trying to enjoy together, which is really cool about it. So yeah.
Brendan's Train's asking me what's my favorite extinct locomotive.
Oh, what is yours?
J1 Hudson.
That is a good one. I think mine is probably the EM1.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yes, the EM1 or the Y6B.
Oh, those are both good ones. So what are some of everybody on here, what are your favorite extinct locomotives? That's a really good question
I like them
to ask.
articulated
Yeah.
locomotives.
George, what do you think of the Dominion of Canada A4 locomotive, George?
I think it's slow.
Oh, I love those A4 locomotives. I love the way they look. I think that they're good-looking trains. That Dwight D. Eisenhower really grew on me. I could not believe how big the drivers were on that train.
They were really big, actually.
I think they were 84 inches.
Something like that. I mean, but yeah, I think it's really interesting. Such a big drivers for a small engine. Because I mean, if you were to look at the JS 6 that they have in St. Louis, those drivers are huge, but the difference between the A4 and the JS6 is it's such a bigger engine.
Oh, the GS6, right?
Yes, GS6.
Yeah. No, I got confused there for a second.
The Daylight's kind of lost sister per se. I forget what they call it, but yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. The drivers are just as big, but the engine's so much bigger than the A4. The A4, it's like tiny with these big drivers, you know?
Right. That GS6 had big drivers, but I thought that, and I could be wrong on this, I thought that the A4 had bigger drivers than that GS6.
I thought that they were like around the same.
But the GS6 was a much bigger engine.
Yeah.
Much beefier looking. I thought that A4 was neat and streamlined looking and everything like that. Both beautiful engines, though. Landon the Train is saying that his favorite extinct locomotive is the T1, Pennsylvania Railroad T1.
See, the T1s don't do anything for me. The reason for that is because, I mean, other than being like streamlined and them being duplexes, they didn't really they didn't really do much, you know.
I think so. Grandpa says the New York Central Hudson. Slagcat says K4 or the 8H. What's the 8H, George? Don't know, huh?
Yeah, I think that's an articulated.
Okay. Another one's a Pennsylvania Railroad J1. Ooh, this is a great one. Brendan's Train says, mine would be the Great Northern R2 2882, since it used to be the most powerful in the world in 1929 in terms of tractive effort. An R2 could produce almost 163,000 pounds of tractive effort, almost as powerful as a Y6.
You want to know who has an R2?
Who's got an R2?
Bilko.
Really?
He's got a Great Northern R2, yeah.
Wow. So the drivers on the A4 are 6'2". LJL, you wouldn't happen to know how big the drivers are on a G6.
GS6, yeah.
GS6. G6 is the airplane, right?
G6. G's that you're getting when you're going super fast in an American steam locomotive.
Attaway, G. So, hey, George, I'm just been at 7th grader in junior high school. I think that was just finishing up 7th grade, I bet, right?
That's cool. I know 7th grade was probably like one of the coolest years for me, like in terms of school. Actually, no, I'd say 8th grade was, but 7th grade has been pretty cool. Freshman year has been amazing, but I think 7th grade was kind of like one of those scary.
Yeah,
One of my most nervous years of school, because like I don't know, new school, stuff like that. Actually, I'm not sure how it is for other schools. I know that 7th grade is my first year in middle school. I think a lot of schools do 6th grade though, so it might be different. I don't know. But yeah, 7th grade was definitely one of the like craziest years for me. That's for sure. But yeah, middle school in general was really crazy.
So Lehigh River Subdivision says, I really like the Duluth Mesabian Iron Age 2884. That's Yellowstone.
Yes.
That one's not extinct.
No, it is not. There are 3 of them left. And they're all.
But I like those too. I like those two. Yellowstones are good. In fact, one of the Yellowstones, I believe the one that's in Duluth, they say is probably, if anybody ever wanted to, really close to being able to be fired up.
It would be. And it would also be the slowest excursion steam locomotive in the world. Actually, no, I bet you the Shays could beat that. But still, that is a slow engine.
Ooh, how about that one? So it's 73.5 inches on SPGS6. So let's see. So 73.5, remember that one. 6 foot. So, they're about the same. So 6 foot 2 inches would be 74 inches on the A4. And then they're 73.5 on a GS6. So they're just about the same size on those two.
Yeah.
Having some troubles with that little Joe around here. Hey, Alaska 3 Railroad, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. Says, hello, everyone. Just taking a break from working out on the RV. It's that time of year to get out of the train room. Well, that's good. It's probably getting real nice, or at least getting close to where it's going to be. Some real nice all-day sun up there in Alaska. And if you're just rolling through the door, please smash that like button.
Isn't Alaska or 3 Railroad not in? Oh, never mind. I'm thinking somebody else. But yeah, Alaska all day, every day.
Right. Oh, here's another one that's a good one. Rob 412 says, "How about the 2882 triplex?" That would have been a neat one to see.
See, that one again doesn't do much for me. Although it's a really cool O-scale model, I'd love to get one in the future. Although they're crazy expensive, they don't do anything for me. Again, they were kind of just like, there was only a couple ever made, and they didn't really do anything special, if that makes sense, other than being triplets. You know, I like engines. I like to have engines that one are really cool and have a cool historical value to them, or two, I don't know, just look appealing. And in my mind, the triplets just looks funny, and that might just be because I am used to seeing the articulated engines having
two, huh?
yeah, but yeah, I don't know. What about you?
I like the triplets. I would have loved to seen that run, but I think that's like as far as a locomotive that provided tractive effort, I think that one's kind of overrated, and with the its success or lack of success, unfortunately. But I'm with you. I think it makes a really cool. It makes a really cool locomotive for O gauge.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, I mean, if you were to ask me some of my favorite articulated steam locomotives, I'd probably have to go with some of the very underrated Y3s, Z series Z series steam locomotives, and the Mallets. Just because I mean they are really cool engines that I don't think people really know too much about, if that makes sense. They didn't really do much other than be really successful steam engines that kind of just got swept aside by the bigger, better engines that replaced them.
Right. Brandon's train says I think that the R2 is more powerful than the triplets.
Probably the triplets weren't powerful at all.
I thought that they had high tractive effort, but they couldn't pull anything because they didn't have any weight on them to pull.
That might be. Yeah.
Or they produced
they
the
couldn't
most.
get enough steam in the. They couldn't build enough pressure either. But yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. So all right, finished the 6th grade, headed into the 7th grade.
7th grade. All right, yeah, man. Good luck. That's all I gotta say.
RPB's in the house, says he likes articulated engines just like you, George.
Articulated engines are the greatest thing ever made for modeling and real life. But yes, articulated engines are cool, and they're really cool O-scale models.
George, what's your opinion on the Pennsylvania Railroad Q2?
I like the Q2s a lot. They are really cool just because, I mean, of how interesting they looked. The Q2s are duplexes, but instead of having the the little steam chest thing on the sides, on the big boy over there, instead of that was closer to the cab. So the front one was right where the big boy is, right? And the back one for the back drivers was closer to the cab, and they had some problems because the firebox would heat up super hot, and they'd have problems with that back set of drivers because of the little I don't know what it's called, the steam chest thing being so close to the firebox. They'd have problems with that. So yeah, I think they look really cool though.
Happy Friday, Radar Diddy. Thanks for coming through the door. James Train's here too. Happy Fast Friday, everybody. Just coming through the door. Please smash that like button. It's extremely helpful for us. So Brendan's Train says the R2, in my opinion, is one of the best articulated engines. They could go up to 60 miles an hour. I really like the Q2s as they could, as well as they could rival a big boy in the R2.
I don't think the Q2s could rival a big boy. I don't think they were really. I mean, I feel like if I don't think that. Yeah, I disagree with the Q2s. I'm not sure about the R2s, but yeah, I think that I know very little about the R2s, and from my understanding, they're really cool engines. I just I don't know, man. I think the big boy's superior. I think I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but I do. I love the big boy.
Yep. All right. So speaking of big boys, what's your favorite big boy? 4,000 to 4,025. What's your favorite?
4,006.
4,006.
That was the first big boy I ever saw, the first big boy I ever owned, and the first the big boy I've seen the most. So yeah.
So Mark's Trains is asking, are we coming back for the Indy 500? Right now, we don't have any plans. We have tickets for it. We've gone every year since 1996, but this year we may try and shoot down there real quick for the race, but we had to opt out just because of COVID and everything like that, and thought it might not be a good thing to do. But we were down there for the Indy Grand Prix for George's birthday. Thanks everybody who joined us on that stream. We had a really good time. Thanks to Mr. Bill for I got to get up here so everyone can see it.
Flag.
The GFW Trains flag. Bilko, check that out. We had that flying strong at the Indy Grand Prix.
You can see it from inside the track. When you're actually not inside the track, but from inside the gates. Sam and I were walking, and we're like, "Oh, hey, there's the GFW Trains flag."
Nice, nice. So you just had your birthday, George, and we talked birthday gifts and everything like that. And actually, George, let's get some of these strings running here too. Since I'm up, let's get the. So George, did you get in
The car back there. Oh.
which one? Oh, here it is. I see.
All right.
There we go. Get some trains running. So George, I know you got some good trains for your birthday. Do you anything you want to share with people what you got for your birthday?
So for my birthday, I had gotten from my grandpa. We were working on the Mustang, and he pulls this out from the car. Says, "Here, George, you can have this." So it's the very first. It's not the very first 440 I've ever run, but it's the very first General. Which is kind of what I've wanted for a while now. So thank you, Grandpa.
So all right, why don't you show everyone? It's got some things covering the front of the box there.
Didn't
but
originally.
we'll do a little
I opened it earlier.
little bit of unboxing here with this General.
Grandpa says he got this at an auction at Stout. He said it's the first thing he's ever bought from an auction that still had the warranty manual or the warranty card in this. So there you go. We should send it back. Wait, is this it?
The warranty card's this one.
Yeah. Anyways.
Brandon Ellison wants to know if you're doing donuts in the Mustang yet, George.
Mustang doesn't. It's not running.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Anyways, here it is. That's really nice.
Someone says you can save money with your car on your car insurance with the General, George. Lehigh River subdivision says that. I love that. That was good.
It was really good.
Hello, Metra, Amtrak, BNSF, CB&Q, Milwaukee Road Rail Fatter. Ooh, that's a tongue twister right there.
Very long.
Welcome to the stream. Smash that like button if you're just rolling through the door. Please, please, please help us out with that. We would truly appreciate that.
Yeah, but yeah, so here's the tender. Really cool. And let me put this box aside.
So this is a neat one. This one's a little bit better than the one that came out back in when Lionel came out in the post-war era because it smokes, right?
Yes. It's the MP. This is MPC, right? It's
Yep.
just, yeah, it's MPC. Yes. So here it is. It's really cool. I got some American flags for it too, so I think I'm gonna put those on the side. Make it really cool. But yeah, here it is. I love these like old Western locomotives.
The American types, right?
Yeah, yeah, or anything like anything from like the Western, that has that Western feel to it from this time period. I would love to get one of those brass versions that Lionel made.
Oh yeah,
a while back.
yeah,
there's someone on eBay, man. It's like $3,000. It's holy crap. There's a lot of money.
yeah. I would let that golden spike set. That seems like that'd be a really neat set to have.
Yes, yes, agreed. But yes, here is the engine. Really cool. Thank you, sir.
So welcome to everybody who's just coming in. If you're just coming through the door, to reintroduce myself, I'm Wally. I'm the guy that takes GFW trains
No,
places.
can't say that. You gotta stop saying that.
Don't you remember that there are a lot of different levels to that statement?
There are, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's kind of old now.
You're old. 16. George just got his driver's license. So anyway, I'm Wally. This is George.
Otherwise known as GFW Trains.
And we're here on our Fast Friday, talk about everything.
But mostly trains.
Right on. And if you're just rolling through the door, we have to apologize. We had some we probably had the most technical errors that could have happened. Right before the stream started, the laptop here fell off my lap and broke the plug that plugs into the GFW Trains Worldwide Studios. GFW Trains Worldwide Studios just went flat out.
Yes, it went crazy. Now, yeah, so it was interesting, man. It went from the computer on the floor, and then trying to fix it, and yeah, it was.
So we got some separate wires come up. We got the B team. The GFW Train Studio is out. We've got the separate wiring here down here. New wiring. Our fancy dancy lapel mics aren't working, so we're running through the computer here. But thanks everybody for hanging in there with us, having a great time. Jerry Satterley's here. Good evening. Welcome through the door. Glad that everybody could join us. Yeah, that is a cool present from Grandpa, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So Brennan's Trains says, I like the Jubilees. I wish they could restore 2929. You know what that one is? People are throwing some stuff at us tonight we don't even know.
Isn't Jubilee a soup? Like a food?
No. Cherry's Jubilee is a dessert.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Oh my gosh. So Slagcat, this is not a new laptop for me. This is the same GFW Trains laptop that we've had before. But it's just set up differently right now because we had a massive malfunction of what's going on here. So George, Lionel voice control, what do you think of that?
It's dumb.
What? No.
Yeah, I do not like
Slow
it.
down. Slow down. I love it.
I don't like it.
Why don't you like it,
voice
dude?
control just doesn't work. Like my Alexa, I have to say Alexa 4 times in the morning just to get the time. Oh.
She's listening to you now. Alexa just lit up when George said that.
But yeah, I mean, it's just I don't think it'll work that well. You're gonna say, "Hey, train, move," and it just I don't know. I feel like it's the trains are too complex to be operated by voice control.
Now, see, that's where I disagree, George. I think that voice control is going to be something that's really cool. And I think that, for God's sakes, George, trains started out as just a lever. You can at least get the voice control to do the same thing that a lever on a ZW can.
I guess, but I just feel like it's just not something that's meant for the train hobby. I find, okay, the one thing I do like that MTH did with their Proto Sounds engines was they had that little microphone in the DCS.
George loves that.
Yeah, ask him.
George can't sing, but man, you get him to sing on that train, he'll sing.
Yeah. So
hello, I'm George.
Yeah. So you know those like
because I'm stuck in Folsom Prison.
Anyway. Anyways. So you know those like little like plastic pianos made by Little Tyke that you used to get from a kid. They sound exactly with the microphone and it sounds exactly like that. But man, it's so fun to hear your voice come out of that. But other than that, I don't think the voice control should be a thing at all.
We're all over the place here. Some people say yes, some people say no. Grandpa says if you want to run trains, you need a throttle and a brake handle.
Yeah, what happens if it's going really fast around the track and it's about to crash and you can't and it says train stop and it won't stop? See? Like, look at this. See this? Watch. I can get it to stop before that next pillar. Sit at that next pillar. But I mean it's
we're live here, folks. This is unedited live stream.
See, look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
it stopped.
Oh, there we go.
Anyways.
Arkansas and Oklahoma modeler, he had an acronym that he wanted. AOKM. AOK. Welcome to the stream. And again, everybody just coming through the door, please do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. I'd love if we could. One time we got up to 100 likes. We haven't even gotten close there in a while. You get close to that, that'd be super cool, wouldn't it, George?
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
Yep. Especially on a stream like tonight where we're having all of these problems. Actually, it's been pretty fun since we got rolling. But it was a tough beginning to the stream. I was sweating my butt off. Another yawn. Drink, everybody. That's a long yawn right there.
Yeah. Long day. Anyways. But yeah. So
George,
Yes.
Lino Legacy 10-wheeler. Do you think we'll get one of those?
Probably not. The only reason why I say that is the Lino Legacy locomotives, anything that isn't a Northern is way too expensive
For Lino Legacy?
for Lino. That's all I'm saying.
But a Northern's not expensive.
No. I'm saying that, like, for the locomotive, a Northern, spending,
That kind of money for a Northern, you're all right.
we're spending, I can find, or there are 10-wheelers for the same price as we bought our Northern. Does that make sense? That's like the cheapest I can find a 10-wheeler. Anything smaller, any locomotive that's smaller, like an Atlantic, consolidation. Oh man, it's gonna kill me. Atlantic consolidation locomotive. I would rather get TMCC than Legacy, just because of that price difference. You can buy a TMCC. I have a friend who brought a TMCC consolidation locomotive for like $250, where like you can get. The 10-wheelers are like on eBay for like $700, $800.
Woof.
But yeah.
Steve 87 PSAP, welcome to the stream. If you've been on here before, he says you want to control a modern train. The real ones you can't even run on computers yet. True story there. Lehigh River says that was a 24-hour stream, yawn.
It was.
How about this one? AOK says we should get a Hiawatha. I would really like to get a Hiawatha. Hiawatha's beautiful.
We have the car. Well, no.
Well, we've got the Hiawatha cars here, and we got a little Joe pulling them. But I would love to get either an Atlantic or a Hudson Hiawatha. Which one would you get, Georgie? Atlantic or the Hiawatha?
The Hudson.
I'm sorry, the Atlantic or the Hudson?
The Hudson.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I like the Hudson because you like the Hudson.
Yeah. So, George.
Yes.
Johnny wants to know if you're coming to run trains.
I talked to my mom about it, and I think she said she doesn't see why not. I just gotta figure out, how I'm gonna get there and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be. Hopefully, it's a yes. It's leaning towards yes right now.
Grandpa wants to know if we got the TV dome car up on the train, George.
We do not. That's up on the side currently. We can put it on though. But yeah.
Well, we didn't put it on because we didn't have the TV working. Heck, we don't have anything working when we first started the stream.
No, not yet. It was crazy. The first part of the stream was crazy.
And thanks to everybody for hanging out with us on this Friday night, this true Fast Friday. I'm excited about Indianapolis 500. We always get into the Indianapolis 500. We're race fans here.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I am going to say, George, this is a tough one. I am going to say Scott Dixon's winning this year. I know that's not much of a stretch, but I think Scott Dixon's winning. How about you?
I don't know, man. That's a Graham Rahal.
Graham Rahal's a good one. Yep.
Yes, that's who I think it's gonna win.
LJ Rail Yard says we wants us to get the CPU BC Railroad Hudson 2860. Let me tell you this, LJL. If there is one steam engine that I would like to get, I think that Royal Hudson, the 2860 is right there at the top of my list. I know that there's one. I saw one, the Weaver one, believe it or not, in the next MTH auction.
What?
Yeah. And I saw that one. That's one that I'd really, really love to get is that Royal Hudson. I rode on that Royal Hudson growing up. That's why it's got a special spot in my heart.
Yeah, that engine is really cool. It's got to be one of the coolest. There is the problem child. But yeah, that has got to be one of the coolest engines that was mothballed, in my opinion. But yeah, although I've never seen it, I've seen pictures, and it seems really cool.
Let's see here. Thanks for all the likes, everybody. Looks like we got 50 likes. Keep smashing that like button if you would for us. That would be great. Yeah, LJL. If I see one for the right price, that is definitely coming home in this collection here in and make an appearance on the Worldwide Studios. So George, let's talk about this upper level. How's this upper level working on the Yes Railroad?
Well, the way it's supposed to work is You get on that, or by the station. There is the curve switch that kind of loops it back, and then it brings it to the setting that goes to the upper level. From there, we only have one track that goes up to the upper level. From a lot of people would be like, "What? Why would you just do that? Because you can't come back down, right?" So the way it's designed is when you go up, there's going to be it's the layout's designed as like a double dog, or it's a dog bone just slapped on top of itself. So both parts of the dog bone are on the same side of the layout. So you get up and you'll be able to run the train as much as you
Run away, big boy.
as much as you want on the top level or the top loop. And if you want to go back down, all you got to do is switch it around. And there'll be behind us. There'll be a kind of like a gosh, I don't know what would you call it, a reversing loop. And all you have to do is go on that reversing loop and then come back down and run on the bottom part. And then right here, where this track is, that curves, and you'll be able to reverse around and do the same thing again. Yeah.
So LJL says 2860 didn't pull the 1938-9 Royal train. The 2850 pulled it. Yeah, but the 2860 pulled me. That's why I like that one. And for those of you, my mom made this joke about how we got pulled by the Royal Alco because we were being pulled behind the Royal Hudson, George. It started in Vancouver, and it went to a town called Squamish. And we were on our way to Squamish, and the Royal Hudson broke down. So they brought an Alco out to pull us. So we called the Alco that pulled us the Royal Alco.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. James says he sees his caboose.
Bing, 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 back there.
Right. George, what would be the number one train that you'd like to go on? Like if you could pick one train in the United States to be 4014, of course. Yep. That I didn't even think of that one. Yep, that would be the one. All right, so 4014, what else? What other ones would you? There's a lot of cool ones out there. That's a tough number.
3985. I mean, when it was running.
Yeah. All right, so here's a tough one. There are three really cool ones that I would like to ride behind, right? So there's 4014, of course. But the three that are out there that I would just, oh man, I want to. 611, 261, and 4449.
Yeah, 4449.
Those are all on my bucket list to ride behind.
And it's sad because when the UP got the SP, they kind of with the SP program, they were just like, yeah, you can't run on your track anymore, which I find kind of sad. So now that the GS4 is kind of confined to smaller tourist railroads, can't really stretch his legs as much anymore.
Oh, and the 844 would be a cool one to ride behind too.
Yeah, but I have a feeling it would be the same as riding behind the big boy. If you think about it.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, or both. While we're at 8, while we're dreaming, why not do both? Right? I know. As we're dreaming.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, the 4014 is returning soon. I hope it comes back this area. As soon as it's out, George, we're going to see it wherever it's at.
Deal.
We're going to take a trip out there. It was about 20 miles away from our house. George and I were out of town. We had been following the rebuild of the 4014, since they announced it. And then wouldn't you know it, when it's right by our house and when they're doing this tour across the United States, we're out of town. Let's see here. Lehigh River Subdivision says he'd like to ride behind the T1 2102484 Northern. That'd be a cool one.
That would be cool.
James says, what? Wally wants to ride the 261. Can I come too? Come along. If we make it out for the 261, everybody's welcome. Let's see here.
Just got to buy a ticket.
Right. Says, I wish an R2 was preserved. I would make a good engine run alongside the 4014 and 4294 if it was restored.
See, well, the 4294 isn't restored, but I don't know. I think that would be cool, but where would it run? I guess I don't think the BNSF would have a steam program. I wish, but because they'd have some pretty cool steam locomotives. They had access to some pretty cool steam locomotives that just never,
Right. Then my inside, I'm with PRR Joe over here. My inside hope is that they extend the 611 to stay through York, because when we'll be out there, then we could see the 611.
Yes.
It's going to be right before. It's going to leave right before York.
Yes.
Isn't that a shame?
Yeah, it does suck. Yeah.
Yep. And Johnny was saying that West Chicago, where Johnny's from, was or Adamus. West Chicago was the base for this 4014 when it visited.
Yeah, I heard it was like a hornet's nest there though when it was there.
Yeah, crazy
Crowded,
out there.
yeah. But I wonder how many of those big steam engines are going to run this summer. Probably, I don't know. That'll be an interesting question because not too many ran last year just because of the whole COVID thing. But hopefully more get out this year.
Right. So, oh, you know what? That's another one. The I River subdivision saying that the CNO 1309 at Western Maryland Scenic Railroad is another one I'd like to ride behind. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's the only, or it's one of two articulated locomotives that are restored currently. It's the second one that is running. So that's really cool. Big boy, and then that one.
Right. So, Grandpa says that the 4014 was nicer from 1,000 feet in West Chicago. Grandpa, and you can see the footage of that, caught the 4014 from the air.
Yes.
Was in an airplane, and we got some good footage of that. And there's a good video of that on GFW Trains if you're ever wanting to see some neat footage, some unique footage of the big boy when it was running through this area here. Otis Tooley says hi from the town of Princeton, West Virginia. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us after church. If you're just rolling through the door, please smash that like button. We're trying to get that one up there. George just yawns and yawns and yawns. Almost like you don't get any sleep, huh, George? No. It was good. You connected up with some train buds last night.
Yeah, it was really cool. I haven't talked to them in a while, so it was good to talk to them. And hopefully, not this next Monday, but the Monday after that, I'll be hooking up with some of those guys. We'll run
summer break, huh?
Yes,
I'm hoping that we can get some major work done on our layout here.
Yeah, hopefully, definitely. I mean, we'll have more. Well, can't say that. Never have free time, but hopefully we'll be able to work on it a lot more.
You're gonna have to fix some of those switches that we haven't gotten fixed for a while. We'll get on those, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. LJL says he'd like to ride behind the Flying Scotsman. That'd be a pretty cool one to ride behind.
Yeah.
You have no comment. I love that.
I like the 844.
Oh my god, I like the 844 too. Who'd win in a race there? 844 Flying Scotsman.
I don't know. I think the 844 was.
844.
Yeah.
Who'd win in a race? 844 or 611?
611.
611 wins. Who'd win? 844 or 4449?
4449.
So George, here's my trivia question for you. What? I put this out there for all of the
Stop it.
All of the Indy 500 know-it-alls. George, has a railroad ever sponsored a car in the Indy 500?
No.
That is the correct answer. There has never been a railroad that sponsored a car in the Indy 500. That said, another reason why I'm wearing my Canadian National shirt is a Canadian National once sponsored a car for Roger Penske.
Seriously?
Yeah. Although I don't have a confirmation as to where and what race it was, but all of my IndyCar gurus said that Canadian Nationals.
Who told you that?
It was posted a question on Track Forum, which is one of the main sites for IndyCar fans to go and chat and everything like that. And then Fast Friday, getting ready for this, I was like, I wonder if there's ever been a IndyCar that was sponsored by a railroad. So I posted that.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very interesting.
So let's see here. James says that a railroad sponsored a car in NASCAR. It was CSX. NASCAR. So they should sponsor the Indy cars too. That would be awesome if they did. It says, Wally, you gonna get the MTH 8025 caboose? I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Conroe, explain to me what that one is. Alaska 3 Railroad outside of Alaska. Want to ride anything steam in Alaska? Impatiently waiting for the Alaska Railroad locomotive 557 to get restored. It should be in steam tests next year. I'm
That's
unfamiliar with that one. Do you know what that one is, George?
I do not. No. Yeah. Alaska's just all one big blur to me. Like, whenever I think of Alaska, I just think of snow.
That's good. That's good. So Burnsy is asking if anything interesting happened at the Brickyard at Indianapolis Motor
Well,
Speedway when we went.
There was a race.
It was a really cool race, the Indianapolis Grand Prix. George's birthday. George got the cool flag over here. Got himself the General, which is a train as opposed to saving money in your car insurance.
Can't be both.
It can be both. It can be both.
But yeah, I mean, it was a
Did some go-kart racing. George got into a real bad go-kart accident.
yes,
Didn't get hurt, though. Thank God.
yeah, and yeah. I mean, it was really cool, the race. I mean, nothing really special happened, but it was just the race was really cool. And yeah,
How about that? CSX signs to sponsor for Chris Buescher. That's what I read. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Not real familiar with NASCAR. We're more IndyCar people. More IndyCar people.
yeah. Indy cars go faster.
Faster.
Wait.
Go
So
fast.
I didn't
left
know that.
a little bit.
I didn't know that the engines in the Indy cars were like V6s. I didn't know that. I just thought that they were just big V8s in that.
Really?
Yeah,
Beefy V8, huh?
yeah. Guess not though. But I understand like V6s. They don't take as much fuel. They're lighter. I mean, just kind of all goes along with the Indy car kind of
Concept, right?
Yeah. So I get that. And then I didn't know that. I'd always assumed that the Formula One cars and Indy cars are like have the same like type of engine. I don't know. It's just I always thought that Formula One cars like in a racing game, you'd always see a Formula One car and I think it is an Indy car. So I really had no clue up until maybe I got a little bit older to realize the differences between the two. But yeah, I always thought that they were very similar.
Yeah, James Train saying IndyCar engines are small, but they're fast.
Yes, very fast.
They're fast. Brendan's Train says, what's your favorite whistle, George? Mine is a 6-inch Powell 3-chime whistle from the Pickering Lumber Shea 11.
I like the one that goes choo-choo.
The Tutor?
The Tutor. Yeah, I like the Tutor.
You like a wet whistle?
Oh, yeah, wet whistles. Or Hooters.
The Hooter whistle?
Hooters, yes, I love Hooters.
Yeah. So Alaska 3 Railroad is chiming back in when is chiming back in and saying that the 557 is an S-160 class 280 consolidation that was built for the war effort in World War II, and some sister locomotives were diverted to Alaska instead of Europe to help with the war effort. Well, that's interesting.
Interesting, yeah. Wow. Alaska Railroad, or the Alaskan Railroad is kind of, in my opinion, a really cool railroad.
I like the Alaska Railroad too. When we went up there, we got to see some really neat trains.
Yeah, that is really cool.
And I love the passenger cars, the full dome passenger cars that they use for the cruise lines.
Really? I don't know. Or the full dome,
the ones like the Superdome, like.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yes, that is really cool.
Yeah. Brennan loves the Norfolk and Western Hooter whistle. 765 did have a nice whistle. We heard that one.
Yes, it did. Sorry.
In
Yes,
fact,
it did.
we've got a video of it on GFW Trains.
That was like one of the first videos we did together.
It was. Somewhere there's some lost footage of all of that GoPro video footage that you took.
Yeah, we stuck the GoPro out and there's a bunch of ashes in it. Oh, yeah. Good times. But
I think you were wearing the GoPro when you went up into the cab.
I can see George wearing that. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that was a fun trip. Family.
All right. So in Ravinia, Kentucky is the 2716 rebuilding. Did not know that. We got all kinds of crazy stuff on here. James Train says my favorite whistle is the Santa Fe 6-chime, mainly the Santa Fe 2905 is one. It's on the 261.
Interesting. That's cool. 261's a cool engine. 265 is in the Illinois Railway Museum, which I think is really cool. It's a big engine.
Yes, they are.
But yeah.
So Ian's train says that we should see the beautiful colors of the Great Lakes Central Railroad. I've never seen any Great Lakes Central Railroad trains.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Ian, where do they run? That's good. That's pretty good, George. George is on fire. So anyway, if you're just coming through the door, do us a huge favor and smash that like button. Yeah, if you don't know us, if you're just coming through the door, welcome. If you've been here for a while, welcome. I'm Wally. This is George, otherwise known as GFW Trains. This is Fast Friday. We're just kicking back, relaxing, talking some trains. Grab yourself something to drink, and let's roll into the weekend here. Having a good time. We started the stream a little bit late. We started the stream a little bit late because we had some technical difficulties. I'm just sitting in the back of my mind thinking, oh, man, as soon as we're done with this stream, I'm going to have to unpack all of the stuff that we got going. We're running by a thread here because I dropped my computer right on all of the plugs right before we started the stream, and the computer plug broke, and it broke everything in the GFW Trains Worldwide studio. So,
it's like a
putting that back together.
It's like a Protosounds 1 board. Works good till it doesn't.
Oh. It was like right before I was about ready to go live. I was trying to adjust the chair so you could see us better. Fell off my lap, hit the ground. Oh, no. Actually, I think it jacked up the computer too because the computer shut off.
Yeah, I think I saw it shut off when it hit the ground.
Can't be good.
Yeah, it's running now though.
It's running now. We got 44 people watching. Thanks for coming to GFW Trains Fast Friday. On Fast Friday. It is Fast Friday. It's official Fast Friday. For those of you who don't know where we get the term Fast Friday, it is the Friday before qualifications for the Indy 500. Indy qualifications are this weekend, and this is the Friday before. So this is not only a Fast Friday for GFW Trains, it is the official Fast Friday. So enjoy. So, yeah, James says, nice KCS shirt.
It's a cool shirt. Very cool. In fact, it is widely loved in the Train Collectors Association modular layout.
Yeah. So Alaska 3 Railroad says, is this all cabling to run this Rube Goldberg operation? Flip a lever, roll a train, and throw a switch. That's how the video works? Yeah, pretty much. Hey, we have been doing this. This is our, 115th? No, it's not our 115th. I think it's our, it is our 115th show, George. You think we got it? Actually, we got it down pretty compared to the first ones that we did.
Oh gosh, those were awful.
I think we've come a long way on that. I think the studio looks great these days with the backdrop my mom's been painting. It's beautiful. It's right over here on this side that you can't see. And we've got Chicago starting up, the Chicago skyline. So we're going to actually, George, hold this. I'm going to turn this around so everybody can see the Chicago. There's Chicago starting up over there. That's the Sears Tower up over here. It's going to start the Chicago skyline coming over this way, Lake Michigan down over here. And it's going to look really, really nice. So that's where it's starting up over here. And as we roll across back over here,
clouds. Yeah, I used a post-war milk car for my Rube Goldberg project.
Oh, you did?
In middle school. That was really cool. I used a marble chute, Hot Wheels track, and then I used a post-war Lionel milk car.
Yes, you did. There's a video of it on GFW Trains.
There is, yes.
2 GFW Trains, Rube Goldberg, boom.
It's interesting. And then my friend goes, you weren't supposed to touch it at all while it was moving. It was like,
who said that?
No one. It's like, bro. Actually, no, Ryan said that. I just was like, Okay, the video's finished and I'm done trying to retake it a billion times.
Thanks, Brendan. Happy 115th show. If you could do us a favor and help us celebrate by smashing that like button. Yet another yawn by George. We should have a quarter every time George takes a yawn. I'm already through with my drink. Otherwise, I'd be taking a drink with every yawn that George does over there. So Alaska 3 Railroad wants to know if there will be a Blues Brothers car over there in the Chicago section. Heck yeah. In fact, if you saw the bridge over there, that's similar to the one. Actually, the one over here is like the one that's in Joliet. There's a bridge exactly like that in Joliet. We live pretty close to Joliet. We live about a half hour away from Joliet.
Yes. I mean, that bridge is really cool. Can't wait to see it work. I've never seen that one work. I've seen that one work, but never the one behind us. In fact, the other day we took it out of the box for the first time ever. It's pretty cool. But,
yeah. James says, Paulie says fingers every time he takes a yawn.
Oh man. Yes. Fingers is like my least favorite word ever. Especially when it comes to trains. All right, let me get in here.
So I'm getting yelled at by Conrail 8098 calling me a comment ignorer. And you know what? I'm just going to let that roll off me. But I'm telling you, I'm trying the best I can do right here. I wish you guys could see what happened to the dang studio. And even though it seems similar, I'm trying to do things are being done totally different here. So I'm not ignoring your comments because I want to be rude or anything like that. And so please don't be rude with me. I'm trying to do as best as I can with what I've got here. I'm reading off of the usually I'll read off of something else. I'm reading it off the computer. So it's a lot harder for me. So yeah, not meaning to ignore your comments. I just am having a hard time doing it with the way that we've got the studio set up right here because I dropped my computer and broke it. Hope you never have a chance to do that, but yeah, it was a tough one. So let's see here. Bernsey wants to know if I ever did Wally or Greg buy anything recently. I did.
Yeah?
I did. Last weekend I bought something, George.
What did you buy? Oh, I know what you bought.
I did. I'm excited about this. So Mr. Muffin's having a second Saturday auction.
And we got nothing.
What's that?
We got nothing.
So on the second Saturday auctions, they've got all kinds of stuff. And last Saturday, I bid on a set of Monon F units. And it was very vague as to what exactly they were. But they look really, really nice. They're black and gold Monon F units. I bid on those. I won them, and they should be on the way here. I can't wait to see those.
What do you think they are? Like, what are your thoughts?
I'm hoping that they're the modern run of the F units that Lionel made, like Grandpa's got.
Ones?
Yeah, that would be cool. If not, they look like they're really well done post-war repaints, like the ones that we have.
Yeah, those are. I mean, but they got the vestibules too, so you never know.
Right. So I don't think that the ones that Grandpa got, the modern ones, had the vestibules. So that's where I'm thinking it might not be that one.
Could be like a Protosounds 2 or Protosounds 1 repaint as well.
Right.
Because I think those had vestibules. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It's like a prize box or surprise box. But yeah.
Yeah. So it should be good. Angel Garcia. Now there's a name I haven't seen or heard from in a while. Hope things are going for you down there in Texas.
He said that I said, hey Angel, I texted him the other day. Anything secret I can know? And he said some random stuff, and I go, I don't understand. He goes, well, I guess it stays a secret. Oh yeah, but it was yeah. That was kind of disappointing because I wanted to know some secret information.
Yes. So let's see here. Conrail 8098, why don't you throw up there one more time as to what it is you wanted me to ask or you wanted to know. I'll be glad to read that again. CSXGE ET44AC says, do you like the Norfolk and Southern 8098? or the Norfolk and Southern 8099, George?
I like them both.
Nice. And CS Conrail 8098 says the Monongahela is the 8025 heritage unit. What's your favorite heritage unit, George?
I don't know. I don't like being asked that question because I think they're all really cool. And I don't know. I like some more than others, but I couldn't really point my finger on a favorite, if that makes sense.
Yep. So LGL says, GFW, can you check out Silver Band? Not sure what that is, LGL. Elaborate that for that one a little bit for us. Brendan says that I'm hoping to purchase a Heisler locomotive soon, which is another geared locomotive besides the Shay.
Interesting. Is it gonna Heisler its way on the way out?
Got it. So the Conrail 8098 says that Monongahela is the heritage unit that he's gonna buy. Marilyn Monroe. Hold on a second. George is. I don't. Oh, George. She's blonde. You like blonde girls.
Yeah, but like that's weird. It's just weird. I don't know. It's like she's dead now.
Marilyn Monroe is pretty.
Okay. I don't know.
She's gorgeous. Oh yeah. I remember that. Marilyn Monroe. Oh yes. All right. So James Train says, talking about Chicago reminds me of that Canal Street sign. When you're on the river going into downtown, there is no sea. Uh-oh. That's pretty good. Let's see how long it takes for George to figure this one out.
Talking about Chicago reminds me of the Canal Street sign. When you're on the river going into downtown, there is no sea. Yeah, because you're on the river.
He still doesn't get it, James. Look at it again.
Talking about Chicago reminds me of the Canal Street sign. When you're on the river going into downtown, there's no sea.
What's Canal Street without the sea?
Oh no! Oh, I cannot see that now. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh no! Oh my!
Oh god!
Anyways, let's continue. Carry on.
So Angel's gonna be back in town next weekend, huh?
Angel?
That's what he says. I'll be back in town next weekend. Sweet.
Hit me up, man.
Sweet. That'd be cool. Next weekend, I won't be around. It's Memorial Day.
Yes, sir. We will be around.
That's good. So Brendan's Train says that a Heisler has cylinders in a V configuration, like a V6 or V8 engine, and has a drive shaft under the engine, and only one axle is powered by the drive shaft. Interesting. While the other axle is connected with a rod, like a rod engine, and the wheels get powered, and all of the wheels get powered, and that's how a Heisler locomotive works. Cool. So, and then getting back to LGL, says YouTube channel Silver Band is about locomotives from all over the world visiting the island of Sodor.
That's cool.
Thomas, yeah. Oh my gosh. Ian's Trains is up. Thanks for joining us this evening. We're having a great time. Thanks for hanging with us with all of our technical difficulties that we got going on here. Yeah. Canal Street, George.
Yuck.
So Grandpa was wanting to know how baseball was today, George.
Didn't have it. Got off today, which allowed me to go fishing with the boys. But
George caught a couple bass today.
Yes, sir. I caught.
Like the bass without a B?
I like that one. Oh yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I had no clue what I was doing, but Ryan said, just
What'd you catch your fish on, George?
oh gosh, it was like some sort of weird like. So at first I was catching them with worms, like the artificial ones, and actually I caught the first one on the worm, and then the second one I caught on this weird like jig that Brian put together, and they worked. So yeah, pretty cool.
Grandma wants to know where you fished at.
So it was a pond like in a neighborhood all the way across Yorkville. Ryan goes, yeah, it's really good pond. There's really big bass there, and we went there, and at first I was catching nothing. Although I don't really have that good of patience for fishing, and I don't know. I kind of really wanted to leave, but I kept fishing, and I think and they were all catching fish, and it took me a while. And I caught my first fish. I think there was a couple times where I had a fish, or like they were fish nibbling, and I just was like kept reeling. Yeah, and then I caught my first one. I think that was like a 2.5 pound bass, and then the second one was a 4 pound bass, which Ryan was all freaky deaky about because apparently it's a really big bass, and he's got a picture of it. I have the picture of the first one I caught, but he never sent me the picture of the second one, so I'll have to get that from him. But yeah, it's pretty fun. And then he caught like this really really big and then Ryan had the biggest fish. Man, I mean, like when they said this spot was like had big bass there, he caught a 5 pound bass.
Dang, that's
It was huge. Like even it said it on the scale. It's like crazy.
I thought you were gonna say the bass said it on 5 pounds.
Set it on the fish.
Well, hey, welcome or thank you for joining us this evening, North Country. We'll see you around the roundhouse. We'll see you next week. For those of you just joining us, please smash that like button. That really helps us out with the algorithm, so people can see it, catch it on the flippity flop, and it shoots us out there. I don't know how many likes that we've got, but we were hoping to get a lot this evening. We're rolling along here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back. GFW Trains live stream here on Fast Friday.
Yes, sr.
Boy, time flies when we're having fun. Already an hour and a half into this, although it is just about 9 o'clock. We're 2 hours spent about a good half hour trying to get everything all online and going again. 63 likes. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for that. Hopefully we got up to, I don't think we'll get there tonight, but our high point for live stream likes, I think, is about 107, George.
Is that from the 24-hour stream?
No, that was from a different, well, that one I don't think counts. We had a different stream.
We had like crazy.
I think it was North Country Trains was on it. That's when we got a.
Oh, really? I wasn't on that one. That's cool. Yeah.
Get more likes if George is not on the stream.
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Got anything to say, George? Just gone quiet. You're punishing me on your channel. I love this.
Anyways.
Who takes people places?
Me?
16. George just turned 16. Just got his driver's license, friends. Just got his driver's license. Angel, don't come close to Yorkville. George will be driving around on the roads all crazy.
Yeah, man, I'll have to race you in my mom's Escape. Guy, good old V6 power right there.
Echo boost.
Echo. Isn't it Eco Boost or Echo?
I say eco. You say echo.
I say Echo. Eco.
Oh, that's good. That's good. George got drivers. George got drivers.
I got drivers. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've got a question for you.
Lay it on me, man.
Would you rather have a V8 Mustang or a V6 Mustang with NOS?
V8 Mustang.
Really?
Yep. End of story. V8 Mustangs are bad mama jamas, man. In fact, now that I think about it, I own a V8 Mustang. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Doesn't start though.
No electricity to the car whatsoever.
So yeah. George got a license and I got the insurance bill. I don't know how that works out. Nas is cheating, George. Everyone's saying V8. How about you, George? Would you a V8 or a V6 with Nas?
V8.
Yeah, Nas.
So man, now there aren't like any nowadays you can't find a V8 Mustang at like an affordable price. And they're all crazy overpriced just because they're V8s.
Yeah, the prices of cars have gone through the roof. I wanted to get a Mini, George. I wanted to get a Mini for George. I've kind of steered away from my thought about getting a Mini, but I wanted to get a Mini, not for George, for a third car for the family. I've always wanted a Mini. Always wanted a Mini.
Why?
Because I love them. I love Minis.
I only allow Mini if you put like 1 billion padlocks on it. Like
whatever.
Like
it's gonna be my car. What do you think? I'm buying one for you? I'm buying a third car for our family.
You don't get the joke.
Padlocks. No, what's the padlock?
Mr. Bean.
Oh, Mr. Bean put a padlock on his Mini.
Yeah. Right over your head. Man. I thought you'd get that too. Aren't you? Like,
I like Mr. Bean and I like my Minis, but I missed that.
Anyways, but yeah, what is your fascination with Minis, man?
I went to England, saw them there. I fell in love with them there. They're like a very popular train there, or a car.
Like
Yep.
Honda Civic, England.
More like a, oh gosh, it's like an old-timey classic, like one that everybody loves. But there are more of them out there. Kind of like a Volkswagen,
Mustang?
I guess. Like a Beetle.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah. George, what's your favorite Great Northern engine?
Great Northern.
Great Northern.
Yes. I don't know, the R2.
The R2 is a good one, man. Yep.
But yeah, Great Northern, man. It's such a whenever I think of Great Northern, I think of like Montana for some reason. Yeah. Anyways, big tunnels, mountains, and big tunnels. So
Yeah.
And big pine.
How about some Great Northern Electric?
Didn't they have box cabs?
They
They had
did.
box cabs, yeah.
They did. PRR Joe says a V8 4-barrel. But boy, does that thing suck up the gas. My 289, which is a V8, I forget what kind of gas mileage that gets, but that gets really bad gas mileage. I want to say it gets about 14 miles a gallon, George.
Dang. It's almost like the flex pulling the trailer.
Yep, flex pulling the trailer type of miles.
On the Mustang?
Yep. Angel says he wants us to talk about the new brass hybrid GS1 Lionel made.
Ooh.
Am I missing something on that, or?
Oh, it's the new Vision Line one?
Oh, that's a pretty sharp
That is
engine.
a really cool engine. That one, oh man, there's some pretty cool videos out on that one. In fact, I'm kind of jealous of Tim Fraun because he got that Vision Stock Express, which I think is a really really cool set. You know which one
Did
I'm
he get
talking
it in?
about? No, it's in, but he still has to pay it off.
Yeah.
But he's got.
Oh, that's cool.
got
That's a
one.
neat one.
And yeah, it's got the oh man, it's got every single car in that set is Vision Line. The caboose is the Vision Cam,
Wow.
and the engine's the Vision Line.
What's the
GS.
price tag on that?
On eBay? It's like $6,000.
Holy cow.
I think you got it from Lionel for like $3,000. I think so.
Yeah.
$3,000.
Oh, that's
$4,000.
still
It's a lot of money,
beautiful, but it's nice.
but yeah.
Grandma says, how about a Fred Flintstone car for you, George?
I want Antoinette's car. That car's cool. The Escape. That's a cool car.
Railfan Oliver's new around here. Wants to know what your favorite railroad is, George.
I like
Mine?
the UP.
Milwaukee Road. Right. George likes UP. I like Milwaukee Road.
I used to like the Norfolk and Southern, but I don't know. They kind of been disappointing me recently, so gotta opt with the UP.
Yep.
And because UP makes really good joke, or there's a lot of good joke material in the UP.
So, hey, Dad. So I wanted to show you this. Jim Williams, Stream Layouts. We've had him on the stream here. Help me out. And next time that little Joe rolls by, Dad, look at the top. It's going to roll by on the inside loop here. Look at the top where those the covers were missing. Jim made up some new covers for me on it, and it looks really nice. They look really sharp. They're magnets, and so they're magnetic, so they come down and they stay on there really nice. It turned out really, really good. Yep, James, I am a Milwaukee Road fan.
Walker Road's cool.
Yep, Milwaukee Road. I like Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is another one. There's so many of my favorites, but the Milwaukee
I love
Road.
the Penn Central just because of how crappy it was.
Yes. I like the Milwaukee Road because the Milwaukee Road ran right by my house when I was growing up. So that's probably Amtrak. Amtrak's another one of my favorites. Love me some Amtrak. So again, Grandpa, take a look right here as it comes through. George took it off. But yeah, that's what it looks like there. The magnets on the underside. And
all 3D printed too.
It's all 3D printed. Turned out really nice. Hey, Rail Fan Oliver. Thanks for hanging out with us this evening. Hopefully we'll see you around the Roundhouse, and we'll be back again next Friday. Hopefully we'll have the GFW Train Studio working up and 5x5 next Friday.
Oh, yes. Next Friday.
Let's see here. Angel says, got some third rail stuff upgraded by Aid would be nice. Like Band-Aid. Kool-Aid.
I don't know what
Kool-Aid Man.
AID. I think Sid would know, but yeah, third rail is really cool. I think that although man, it's funny. We were talking about third rail last night in the group chat, and they're all like, yeah, they're making a rerun of the Allegheny. Guess how much this engine is?
$3,000.
Not even close.
How much?
$5,000.
Sheesh.
For
take a loan out for that one.
I know. And you can buy a car over that engine. And you see, that's just like, and it's the crazy part is people will buy that, which I do not understand. Like, the TMCC Allegheny, other than the third rail one being brass, the TMCC one is far more superior than the third rail one. And people are paying $5,000 for it just because it's brass. You know?
Wow.
I find it kind of ridiculous. I mean, you can find an Allegheny, third rail Allegheny, on eBay, the first run, which is technically this rerun. It's all the same tooling, all these same electronics, for like maybe $2,000. You know, $2,500, half the price of what you can buy the new one for. And the sounds in it are just going to be big boy sounds.
Really?
Yeah, that's all it is. So, yeah.
Angel says they run horrible. I don't miss mine.
I want one really bad though. Hopefully one of these days we'll be able to get one. But
what's that?
Any third rail product?
Anything third rail, huh?
Yeah.
So Angel, my question for you is: when you're coming back up here to Illinois, are you driving up or are you flying up? Because might send him home with a train if he is driving up.
Oh.
Yep. So James Train's telling you to check your Discord DMs and show me. Well, we'll check that out after the show. I bet it's the Canal Street side. Actually, you can look it up right now, George. Hey, Otis, Thule Big O. Thanks for coming by, hanging out with us. Smash that like button as you roll through the door. Got a little bit of a rough start on our stream tonight because I dropped my computer on the ground and it broke all of the plugs off on the side of the computer over here. For the GFW Train Studio, and the GFW Train Studio went dark. Done. So we have got everything jury rigged on the GFW Train Studio right now, and hopefully we're rolling in an acceptable manner. Hopefully everybody can hear us. Our mics aren't working. We've got our camera. I got the camera jury rigged in, but we're rolling. We're having a good time hanging out with our friends on Friday night. What do you think, George?
Very nice.
Very nice. So George is pulling up that.
What?
Oh, that's good. Put that one up by the screen, George. Show every. It's supposed to be Canal Street. I love that.
Yeah.
LJL says, love to be on your guys' show. Well, you know what? Maybe we can arrange something for that, LJL. Let's get in touch and we'll talk about that. We enjoyed having you on as a guest when we have had you on, so that'd be good stuff. Oh, flying into town. But he's saying maybe he can knock it out. Well, it's cool. Angel says he crashed his truck on Canal Street last year.
That's right. Yeah, I think he rear-ended a guy. And yeah, not good.
Not good. Not good.
Never good.
So
Were you going in or out of Canal Street?
all right. My brain is running low. How about yours? George is yawning another time.
I've been on low power mode.
Low power mode. So let's see. AOK says you got the UP 1943. We
Nope.
don't.
Seen it.
We have seen it. We do have the one that we saw it with the 1943.
4141.
We saw with 4141. We have a 4141 that we run from time to time around here.
We should get a 1940 powered 1943. Then we can run it with the 4141 like they did. 4141 is actually technically like a dummy, I think, or if I'm correct.
It's lower power. I think it only has like 1,500 horsepower or something like that.
Angel, you should drag race it. Anyways,
George,
yes.
Reading 2100 or 2124.
That's great. Wait, 2100 is the one that 2101. 2101. I like that one.
Yeah. James Train says, "Can I buy your 4141?" Sure. You know what? I've seen some good deals on that 4141. Mr. Muffins, where we got ours, was selling them for some good deals over there.
Really?
Yeah, but ours is a dummy.
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing, Mr. Muffin. Give me a high five on that one, George. So York, he's still pumped up about York. So let's talk about York, the TCA, Train Collectors Association. George, what's the Train Collectors Association? We belong to the Train Collectors Association. Love it. Well, hey, Train Collectors Association meet on Sunday.
Yes.
Midwest Division, Train Collectors Association. Sounds like it's going to be a beautiful day. I can't wait. How about this? $50 challenge or $20 challenge?
Ooh.
$20 challenge at the Midwest Division TCA meet. We each get $20. Whoever gets the coolest thing for $20. How about that, everybody? I like that idea. Why didn't I think of that earlier? $20 challenge. You get $20. I get $20. Whoever gets the coolest thing for $20. And it's going to be a vote of the people on the stream next week. What do you think of that one?
Okay. I see you. It's going to be multiple things. Or does it have to be one thing?
What's that?
It's going to be multiple things.
The coolest for $20. Got $20 to spend. See you later, Slide Cat. Thanks for coming. Oh, cool, James. I maybe I'll take you up on that if we do get a powered one. 4141. He says if we ever get a powered 4141 that he'll buy the dummy.
Very nice.
Do that one. So $20. So here's a $20 challenge, everybody. This is how it works. George is going to get a nice, crisp $20 bill. I'm going to get a nice, crisp $20 bill. Smooth, right? $20 bill. We each get to spend it at the Midwest Division Train Collectors Association meet, which is going to be in Addison. In Addison on Sunday. And whoever gets the coolest stuff or gets the coolest thing as voted on by everybody who's watching gets a winner. Gets to make the other one sing a song.
No.
It's voted on. You could win. What do you want? What's the bet going to be, George?
Has to drink. Never mind. Has to fix the broken switch over there.
No, I've fixed all the other ones. I would say, I got an idea.
What?
Gets to pick out the shirt that the other guy has to wear for the stream.
Okay.
The following stream.
I'll do that, yeah. Do.
All right. I hope you like Hawaiian shirts, dude.
No. What'd that do? Yeah, so guys, I really want to win this. And
James says he'll give you the $20.
there you go. There you go. I might, and that, yeah.
So George, explain what the TCA is while we're waiting.
So the Train Collectors Association is a national club that or it's a club that is nationwide, and it has kind of in that nation it has different divisions all around the country. We belong in
Oh.
the what?
James is a good one. If Wally wins, cut the mullet.
No, I'm
If
not
you
cutting.
win- if
No,
you
I'm
win-
not betting the mullet.
If you win, the beard.
No.
Oh, you almost had him. You had to
Dude,
look
the
at
mullet is in the government. The government knows I have a mullet, man. It's on my ID.
it. Oh yeah. Next stream, I am definitely going to run. My plan is I want to run that GG1 when we get that top level fixed. I want to run the GG1 on that top level. But yeah, I want to run it on a stream soon. That GG1's my favorite train, and we hardly ever get to run it out, or we hardly ever run it out here on the stream.
Yeah, that one is a nice one.
Well, welcome to the stream there, Nicholas Schnee. I saw that Nicholas Schnee just rolled in the house. Hope you had a great time in DC. And that guy 75 coming in. Yo. Hey guys, do us a huge favor. Smash that like button. Please smash that like button. It helps us out greatly. And yeah, if you could do me that favor, solid us up with a fresh thumbs up.
Ooh, GG2. Hey Cody, how's it going? Long time no talk.
Cody, man.
Tim Lewis said something. That's never good.
What's Tim say?
George, I will buy you another big boy if you go bald for a year.
Ooh. That's
What kind of big boy? I gotta know details, man. My hair is very precious to me.
Burnsy, my stash, my nice, sweet mustache. He says if Wally wins, bye mullet. George wins, bye.
No, I'm not betting the mullet. The mullet is like
that's what gets them all of the babes.
Yeah, man. You ever seen Cobra Kai? Johnny will tell you that.
Mullets get babes.
You want it? Yeah, never mind. That's true.
Oh gosh, Cody says pretty good. I'm currently packing a few locomotives to work on at the club tomorrow.
Good. It's always good feeling to go to the club. You know, just bring your locomotives in, run trains.
Yeah. For sure. Well, for Memorial Day weekend, we're gonna have to go out to Prairie State, huh? Prairie State. We've got a meeting on Sunday, club meeting on Sunday after TCA. Well, I got to pay our dues. I owe 100 for you, or 100 for me, 20 for you, 20 for Sammy, 100 for my dad. $240 is the last bill.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dollars.
It's a lot of dollars. I don't even think that Sammy got the card or anything. I don't even think he knows he's in the club. I'm trying to take over with all the Woodricks, so everybody gets a membership.
We'll be like Blake's family.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got a membership.
Everybody. Says if Wally wins, Burns George's merchandise. If George wins, Burns is least favorite of Wally's train shirts.
What?
Like the $20 challenge.
Oh heck no, man! This is my favorite sweatshirt. I wear it like all the time. It's You know it's a good. You know I wear this a lot when it's got stains around the pockets. Wait, it doesn't have wait.
What? It's gross.
Wash
stains around the pockets. Oh, from putting your hands in there?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's getting late, boys and girls. It's getting late. We're almost on the 2-hour mark, George. We'll go to 2 hours. George is turning red. So we're gonna burst. We're gonna burst.
Oh boy. Anyways,
I had a bunch of train subject matter that I wanted to talk about. Train Collectors Association. We keep like circling around Train Collectors Association. Why don't you talk about what the Train Collectors Association
anyways,
is?
I was saying.
I think you went to bed at 9 o'clock last night, did you?
What?
Time did you go to bed last night?
I went to bed like 10:30.
Time did you sleep?
10:30.
Yeah.
Anyways, by the way, you got stuff in your mustache, like a booger.
What?
There you go. But yes, the Train Collectors Association is it's a nationwide group that it's all around America, and then in the club there are different divisions, and we are part of the Midwest division, and around monthly each division will have a meet. It depends on what each division does. and where you're located. They all aren't the same, and they don't all have the same model. But our division, we have monthly meets, and we normally have a swap meet, and we'll talk about recent things that are going on. But it's basically a good it's a club that for a bunch of train collectors to get together.
Train enthusiasts, people who operate trains. It's just not just train collectors.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's train collectors.
Right. So we've got a new person who put up a post. Fulvio Santangelo. I'm butchered that. I apologize. But welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying hanging out with us on Fast Friday. He says, have you seen the new Pennsylvania E7s? How many E units do you guys have in the collection, and any from third rail? They're pretty cool.
We don't have any third rail ones.
We've got one set of E8, two sets of E8s. We got one set of E7s, the Atlantic coastlines. They're both Williams. Or no, one is Williams and the other one is Weaver.
Yeah.
So we've got some Union Pacific E8s, and then I believe we got some Atlantic coastline E7s.
Yeah, so, they're in the E series.
Right. I love, when I was growing up, one of the trains that we all saw all the time were E8s, the Milwaukee Road E8s. So Milwaukee Road E8s have a special place in my heart. And Mr. Muffin's Trains just came out with some Milwaukee Road E7s, and they're just like the ones.
Did they have the right number or like the same?
No,
number?
They didn't. They didn't.
They didn't have 37C. Anyway, but yeah, and then but yeah, in my opinion, I think E8s are too long. Like
really, I love that about it.
ABA,
I think it's just such a
an
beautiful.
ABA of E units just looks way too long for a 7-car passenger train.
Gosh, yeah, I get that for like a model railroad.
Yeah.
But I think that an ABA of those E units looks
if you have
so
like an
nice.
AA with like 14 passenger cars or something like crazy, then yeah, I get that. But like on a model railroad, I just think it looks kind of goofy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, if you check out, there's a video that we made, the UP Great Big Rolling Railroad on the GFW Trains channel, and that one features in parts of that the UPE8s that we have. So check that one out. I think that you'll enjoy it. It's a pretty fun video it's a music video, but it features the UPE8s of ours. So PRR Joe says, I love converting the Williams with the ERR. Well, you know what? Speaking of ERR, there's a couple of trains that I need to buy that ERR for. We have got a couple that are at the repair shop right now, and I think I'm just going to bite the bullet. There's so many like $100 things. There's probably about 15 $100 things or $150 things that I've got that I'm like, I need to get that. I've got about 7 switches that I need to, or no, not 5. I have 3 switches I need to get for the train layout. I need to get a half circle of 096 track, a half circle of 089 track.
I thought we were going to bend it.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that half circle of 089, half circle of 096. It just, I want to get 2 TIUs. I emailed the AIUs. That's what I meant. 2 AIUs. I emailed Bill the other day. I never heard back from him, so I don't think that I got in on that order. Everything's like $100, $100. I've got 4 engines in the shop right now, and 2 of them I think could be easily repaired if I just got those ERRs to be put in them.
Which one?
The Williams one.
Oh, the Dash 8.
Yeah, and then I think Tim was saying that ERR would be a no-brain fix for the AC9. Yeah, we've got a beautiful AC9. It's in the shop right now. Got a Hudson, Dreyfuss Hudson that's in the shop. Beautiful.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
Really, really nice Berkshire that's in there. That one just, it didn't chuff.
The chuff switch or the cherry switch.
And then I've got a Williams ST70 that I think it was an ST70 anyway. That
Dash 9.
Is it a Dash 9? That was getting upgraded to TMCC, and I bought the TMCC stuff, and it didn't work. I bought it the stuff that was ripped out of another
Dash 9.
Yeah. Rather than buying it new, which was Yep.
Stay.
So Alaska, that's probably what I'm going to do. Spend George's college funds and inheritance and fix the trains. Well, I've already done that by this train layout, so I might as well go in debt and any type of yeah. Trains O and N scale. Love the CN shirt. Well, I love that you're hanging out with us this evening. Thanks for rolling by. This is one of my favorite shirts too. It's Fast Friday. This looks like a pit crew shirt. That's why I'm wearing this one.
Yes.
Probably not going to be doing any train racing though tonight, unfortunately. George just does not like train racing anymore, and I don't blame him because we've wrecked a lot of parts of our layout every time we train race, and we've wrecked some of our trains doing it. So even though it's Fast Friday, we're kind of backing away from some of the train racing. So George is crying because he is
Not crying.
sleepy. Your eyes are watering, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And we are at 9:30. We just rolled past the 2 o'clock hour, even though we started out late. And I appreciate everybody for hanging with us when we started late.
Thank you.
But hey, I think let's start buttoning some things up. Anything you want to say to everybody, George?
Well, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, we're gonna have some new videos coming out soon. I just gotta figure out iMovie on my computer. Is able to figure out how to get everything.
Oh yeah, we got George a computer. Not only did George get that cool general over there, we got George a new computer for his birthday.
So I've been able to get iMovie working, and I was able to get everything to work so it like goes from my phone to the computer, so it'll be easier to edit videos on my computer. So hopefully I'll be able, once school's over. Gosh, these last couple of weeks of school have been awful.
Once you get through it, it's like the biggest moment, man. It's gonna be Miller time, dude.
Man, it stinks too.
Not really.
I did really well on a grammar test today. My grade in ELA was an 89.22, right? And I did really good on a grammar test. It was a grammar test. And I was super excited because I got an 86%, you know? And instead of and my mom's been like bugging about me getting an A, and I got an 86. No, she's making me retake. It's just like, are you kidding me?
We gotta get to 90, man.
I know. Yeah.
Oh,
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, it just bugs me.
But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We had a great time. Hopefully we'll get the GFW Train Studio back up and operating at full capacity the next go around here. And have a great weekend. Memorial Day next weekend. Good times,
Yes.
Good times.
See you around the roundhouse.
Don't let the caboose hit you on the way out. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Fast Friday. Enjoy your Fast Friday. Bye-bye now.